show sponsored by Fanta.
We probably live already. Just wave.
All right.
That's it.
Hey,
Got us? We live?
there you go.
All right. You just gonna sit there? You gonna say anything?
Good morning.
There we go. Good morning, guys. It's a morning grind, and we are sitting in for our fearless leader, Good Time Tommy, as he gets away for a week with his lovely wife down there with one of his best friends, and where he likes to call his second home, Seaside or Seagrove, Florida. So today we have one of our new agents on the team that just joined us not too long ago. It's been about a month now, maybe. Kaylin, is it Cawthorn or Cawthon or
Coffin.
Cawthon? I like Cawthorn. So Stevie calls her. He's got a nickname. He has a nickname for everybody. So I don't know if that's what she likes her nickname to be. So we won't go into that. So guys, today the reason I'm up here, and we'll everybody be transitioning doing that. So this isn't just in real estate. This can be in any profession. So in real estate right now, does anybody know what one of our biggest problems we have in real estate right now? Inventory. So if I ask anybody in here how many active listings we got in Rutherford County, who can name it?
166.
Wrong. Who else can name it? Okay, so one of the big problems is you don't know. So if you don't know, that's a problem. Because that's a talking point. That's a reason to get somebody to list. That's a reason to get somebody to buy. Yesterday when I checked, it was like 267. And that's across the board in Rutherford County. Now we have Smyrna, Laverne, Murfreesboro, Walter Hill, Eagleville, everywhere. So that's a stat that we need to know. So in how you find that for the real estate people out there is you just do an active search for Rutherford County, and it's going to pop up and tell you how many you have, even if it's too many. Well, now it's not too many because we don't have enough to even fill up the page. So why could that be used as a stat? So this is our topic today. It's called thinking outside the norm. So the normal in real estate is you see somebody and you ask the question, what?
You looking to buy a house?
You're looking to buy a house. That's the norm. That's what everybody seems like. When you hand your business card over, the next question you ought to ask is what? Are you looking to buy or sell?
You're looking to buy or sell.
There you go. Because if they don't know you sell real estate, they'll never buy or sell from you. So that's the normal. So what is the abnormal? Knowing these kind of stats. So how could a stat like this, thinking outside the norm and knowing there's 267 listings in Rutherford County, help you when you meet somebody?
Urgency.
Like, give me an example. So what's an example for urgency whenever you say there's 267 houses and they got a house to sell?
I would.
Best time.
There you go. Look, the van behind the man behind them.
How much money
curtain.
are you looking to make?
There you go. So right now, outside the norm is, so what if somebody says, what's a good comp on my house? What's the norm? What's the normal?
The market will tell you.
You look a comp up.
Yeah.
What's outside the norm? What's the answer outside the norm? Hell, I can't give you a price for your house because it's liable to go ridiculously more than it's worth. Why will it go ridiculously more than it's worth?
There's only 260.
There's only 267 houses out there on the market, and yours may fall in a category where there's 6. So whenever if 100 people want a black Camaro and there ain't but 6 of them, do you think some of those 100 people will give more money for that Camaro?
Of course, yeah.
There you go. It's no different in real estate. So you have to use that logic, or you have to use that stat outside the norm, because that's not something we say is, hey, I can get you more than your house is worth. Hey, you'd be fined and criticized, but we're in a market now that you have to think outside the norm. So that's a stat that you need to know, thinking outside the norm. But guess what else? This is used in insurance. This is used in other things. What's a way that if you're a new agent, so how many newer agents under 2 years do we have in the room?
4.
Okay, there we go. How can you do something outside the norm to be seen? So somebody give me an idea. What can you do?
Take a lot of videos, put them on social
Okay,
media.
so take a lot of it. That's normal.
Oh, it's normal?
Everybody does it.
Okay.
Hey, sell 40
I mean, we're saying TikTok. I'm not saying it's wrong, because we still have to do the normal things. So what do we do that's different? So if I'm making videos and you're making videos, I've already been doing it for a long time. I'm in their head more than you are, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what you have to continue to do. So tell me something that could be, what's something that could be thinking outside the norm?
TikTok is a big thing right now.
TikTok, yep. So let me give you an idea where it doesn't stump everybody. So where is a place around here that has several employees?
Sam's, Walmart.
Amazon.
McDonald's.
Amazon. So, what would it cost to rent a donut truck or an ice cream truck and give for the first 500 people free ice cream, and you park it across the street whenever Amazon gets off work?
Every $500-600.
And then who is marketing, whose name and face will be on a big sign and what you do right there beside that ice cream truck.
Yours will.
So how do you get people to recognize who you are? Don't you think they'll go back in their plant and say, hey, this chick out there just give me, this girl named Kaylin, I don't know who she is, but she just give me one of them popsicles that got red, blue, and white. Them fire bombs or fire sticks, whatever they are. Hey, she just give those away out front. Go out there and get you one before they get gone. Then you got people running outside to get that free 50-cent popsicle. But the main thing is they recognize who you are. So you have to do things outside the norm right now. How do you get listings right now? So everybody wants listings to be a listing agent because they don't want to go out and chase down these houses. So Drew, give me an idea that you can do to get listings.
Bring someone an incredible offer.
No, but I mean, if you wanted to get somebody to sell their house or let them know how could you get their attention? Let's do this. Woodmont Boulevard, or Woodmont Drive is over off Jones Boulevard. There's a lot of ranch style brick homes, 2,000 square foot, beautiful homes over there. Been there since the 60s. What's a way that you could talk to those folks?
Tell them what they got.
How you tell them?
Show them stats.
How you show
Send them a letter in the
them?
mail.
That's normal. That's good, Josh. That's normal. How do you do something outside the norm?
Go knock on the door.
Knock on the door. But even get better than that. What if I dress Josh up in a clown suit and I give things away to the grandkids, little crayons and coloring books, and say, hey, if you got any grandkids or kids, I want to give these away. And by the way, my name is Stephen Weathers. I go by the Weatherman. If you ever thought about selling your house, right now I just about could guarantee you this price for it. Is that outside the norm?
Yeah.
You think they would remember me with Josh dressed up in a clown suit?
100%.
It's outside the norm. Now remember, we only got 267 houses we can buy. We have over 100 people or so, 80 people a day moving into Nashville. So I'm not looking at the comments. So if anybody, so I know we're all in here, I'm zoned in too, but so let's make sure we're not forgetting that. So anytime we're thinking outside the norm, we have to be very, very creative in thinking outside the norm. So Josh, go in my office and bring that board I have on my office desk in here, please. So somebody give me another idea of how, as a new agent, whether you're new in real estate, whether you're new in insurance, whether you're new at the Chevrolet dealership, whether you're new at any kind of sales job, how is a way that you can make people know who you are or get people to know who you are?
Give back. Find groups of people and.
Very good. Join organizations. Now that is normal, but people aren't doing it. Join organizations. Join different groups. Find somebody that's got a kid that plays ball. They always need sponsors. If you got a kid that plays sports in high school, middle school, I promise you. Now, once you sponsor a team, they're gonna call you every time. 2 days on. They're gonna call you all the time. But it's a way to get your name out there. Not only donate to it, but play in the event. Let them know who you are whenever you go sign up. All the coaches, all the players. The best thing, you make sure the coach knows who you are. Charlotte P. is a good friend of mine. She's one of the best softball coaches in Murfreesboro. I'm going to make it a point to play in every tournament and sponsor hole that she has coming up, because she has kids that want to move into her program to play for her. So what does that mean when people move into her district to play for her?
More people moving here.
They need to buy a house in that district. They need to sell a house where they lived at, thinking outside the norm. So I'm buddying up with, call it kiss ass, whatever you want. Hey, whatever we got to do to sell houses and to sell notice. So what we do here on a regular is got a lot of people noticed. So if you've been here a little while, you're probably starting to notice that people see you on Facebook or social media, then they come up and say something to you. How many times somebody come up to you, Josh, and said something? And you've been given hell for 2 years on air. So, but guess what? That's outside the norm. You've got your ass chewed out about every week or every day. But you know what? People know you. They like you. They always ask me about you. They said, what's the redheaded kid doing? I said, probably getting yelled at today. But you know what? They ask about you. And so what that means is they want to take up for you. You know how they take up for you, Josh?
Oh, yell at him?
No, hell no, they buy a house from you.
Oh.
Come on, Josh, outside the norm, baby. We don't need somebody beating everybody up for you.
Yeah.
We need somebody wanting you to sell them a house or buy them a house. So guys, the main thing we got to look at real estate differently. So how many people, so this is a real estate specific or it's a builder specific. How many people want to have a builder that they represent in real estate?
Everybody.
Everybody here? So what's our problem we have with builders right now?
All of them got realtors already.
What else do they not have?
Price is lumber.
Their
They
lumber's
don't
so
have
high.
lots. They don't have anywhere to build. So they don't have anybody looking for them. So Josh, if I ask you to give me 5 builders that build 10 houses in Rutherford County, can you give that to me? 10 houses or less? Okay, that's the problem. That's thinking you're not thinking outside the norm. How do you? Can anybody tell me how you find out who 5 builders that build under 10 houses a year is? Free. Free.
Go down to the,
Oh, the man behind the curtain. Go down to the codes department. Ask who's pulling building permits. It's public record. So now guess what we do?
Go after them.
Call them.
Call
We
'em
call them.
Find lots.
There you go. We think outside the norm. We create a lot. We find a lot. We create an opportunity. What is people doing downtown right now to old houses?
Flip it. Tear them down.
Tearing them down, building 2. So what do? We got to start going to people that have owned houses for 50 or 60 years. How do we find out the people that own houses that long?
Tax.
Tax data.
Is it free?
Yeah.
Free. Outside the norm. So we find out who owns these houses and we call them. You know what else it has if they rent the houses out on the tax record?
Leased.
Their personal address where they live at. So they may not live in the house, but guess what it gives you? It gives you their address where they live at. So now we find out who they are, and we let them know that this crazy stat shows that you don't have to do nothing in your house, and I can get you this amount of dollars for it. Have you ever thought about selling? Well, I didn't until today. Now what happens when we sell that one house? Tell me, somebody, know what happens when I sell that one house? What can I do with that?
You can advertise that and say that you're helping people out to get a certain amount of money for a house
Close.
like that.
So let's look at it this way. So thinking outside the norm. I just sold that one house I got commission on times 2, right? Because I represent the buy and the sell. So I got paid twice. Now I also I put my ads out there that I have something downtown coming. And who do I sell that house to? I sell it to a builder that's going to tear it down and build 2 houses. So now I didn't only sell 2 houses at one time. Now I turned around and offered it to a builder and got 2 more listings out of it, plus an opportunity to sell to the people that are calling off the ad. So that one call that I made could have created 5 to 6 sales in less than a year's time. Thinking outside the norm. We're not thinking regularly. We're thinking differently. So when you start thinking differently like that, you create business. The problem with most people in sales, they want leads to generate all this business. Leads are about a less than 10% factor in this business. You have a referral factor, you have a sphere factor, and you have a business that we create factor. And unless you understand that part of the business, you may not be as successful as you want to be. You know, how many acres do we need to create a development? We don't have to say it, we don't give everybody our secrets away this morning, but you need to know that. You need to find it out. So we need to be looking for land. What is an area that, if we can't find in Rutherford County, where's another area that we start looking at? What area should we be close to? What things should we be close to if we want to truly have great developments? It rhymes with winter states. Interstates.
Interstate.
There you go. Interstates. So, hey, guess what? You know what most people do that sell real estate in Rutherford County? They don't go down to the other end of 40, where it's Wilson County, or towards Smithfield, or out toward Auburntown that gets close to the interstate that way. So there are some parts of Auburntown that are 15, 20 minutes from the interstate. And it's in Wilson County. Do you think that's a pretty desirable area if somebody wanted to start developing it? Have any of us in here looked out there to find land? Because we stick to our normal. We stick to our calling 50 people a day. So guess what, guys? You still have to do all those things. You still have to make videos. You still have to call 50 people a day. You still have to get in trouble by Lorema. But you also have to add these other things to your arsenal. That's not even counting calling your sphere. How do you call a sphere? So what time is it, Van? I don't even know how. I done got on a whirlwind. So.
about 4:15, 14.
Okay, so I'm going to end with this. And so, guys, I apologize for not asking questions, so it ended up being But this is using any cell. So give me a couple ideas how we can call one of our spheres to ask for business, but not ask for business.
Client events.
But we're calling not to invite them something, we're just calling them.
Oh, just like calling them about it.
Yeah, but we're not asking for business, but
Just call to check
we
in.
want the business.
Hey, I was scrolling through my contacts. I haven't heard your voice in a while. How you doing?
There you go.
Long time no
So
see.
so it's just out of the blue. It is something different and unique. What's another way that you just when you call somebody? So I'm looking for you to make the call, but what do you say that you're not trying to push them to something real estate specific? A client event is real estate specific. So what can we do when we go through a Drew, give me one. You don't have to give me their name, but if you had somebody you closed that you didn't know in the past 6 months.
Yes.
Okay. So let's just pick one of them in your head right now. And you pull them up on your phone. What do you say to them without mentioning real estate to kind of make them ask them for business?
You enjoying your new home? That's how I break the ice.
That's real estate. Yeah, but see, we don't want the normal.
Let's go to Titans game.
Titans ain't playing, but good job. Hey, I like it. I like that, but it's something definitely different because now what happens if they say, Josh, damn it, the Titans ain't playing? Then what would you say?
We can go to my house and watch them.
Well, hell, where you want to go, baby? I'll take you wherever you want to go. You want to go to dinner? You want to get steak? So you're trying to create a different connection in real estate. It's almost like I didn't forget about you. I still want to do something with you. No matter what it is. It doesn't make any difference. So, Kaylin, I'm going to put you on the spot now. So you actually have got a client under contract. What's a way that what could you call them and say? So let's ask this. Are they married, your client?
Yes.
Do they have kids? Okay, so that ought to be a little bit easier to help you with. So how old are the kids?
4 and 2.
Okay, so let me help you with this. I'm gonna give you one. You can use this one. Everybody out there in the real estate world or insurance world, this one's on the weatherman. So you call so-and-so up. We're gonna say Mr. Drew and Samantha Kilgore. That's your client. And you're gonna say, hey guys, you know what I decided to do? I've decided to babysit for you guys this weekend. It's on me. Friday or Saturday night for 6 hours, 8 hours. It's on me. I'll come to your house. I've even got my own camera that you can tune into my phone. There's free apps that you can watch at any time just to feel safe. But I want you and your wife to go out and have a good time and not worry about the kids tonight. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
It's a way to ask for business, but not ask for it. Do you think they're going to remember that shit? A 4 and a 2-year-old? Yes, they're going to remember that.
That's genius.
I know. So you ought to be calling. So, hey, this is Josh. You don't know me, but I like to come over and watch your kids. I work with Kaylin.
With the mustache.
Hey,
I'm a
but
damn baby.
but you know what? They almost gonna remember you more than they remember Kaylin because you gonna say this crazy ass call want to watch my kid, and I'm gonna let him. So guys, the main reason today, and everybody out there watching, thank you so much for watching. Tommy, I hope you're having a great time. Make sure that when you do business and you're in sales, that you don't get stuck in doing the same routine all the time. Remember, you have to have routines to get better. You cannot break your routine, but you definitely have to add to your routine. You have to put something on top of it. And when you come across on the telephone, there has to be an energy or a connection there, or you will never get them. Your first words, your first interaction, you either have them or you don't. If you just call them up and say, hey guys, how you doing? This is Steven. Just call and check on you. I mean, they don't give a damn if you call them or not. Or if you call, hey man, what are you doing right now? What are you doing right now? And they say, man, I'm about to eat supper. What are you eating? And they tell you, say, man, I like spaghetti. Y'all go ahead and finish dinner and I'll call you back. See, they're gonna remember that shit. Even though it's crazy as it sounds, it's not about you embarrassing yourself or anything like that. It's really about breaking down a wall or barrier that you don't have to be this super professional person. You can actually have some down to earth to you and like to have a good time with your clients. And eventually you get to where you actually talk to those clients regularly. And they end up becoming your friends. And then when they become your friends, then you get a lot of referrals from them. So guys, Kaylin, great job this morning. Hey, fantastic. But guys, she got called on the spot. She got up here. She made a video yesterday on the spot. She did a fantastic job. So we definitely take you out of your element over here at the Good Time Tommy team. So guys, from our team to your team, have a great day and tune in tomorrow for a new special guest. See you soon.